Baba Kahn is truly the man behind the music. As one of the most celebrated club DJs in Canada, he draws in thousands to his weekend events. With years of experience under his belt, he has not just revolutionized the nightlife industry in Toronto, but he's a leading contender across the globe.
Hey, pretty girl, I see through you. You know I want you, don't you? But
so how did you fall into the world of DJing?
You know what? I was one of those guys who went to those like day jams back in the day, and I went and Mom, sorry, I had to go. And I went and I fell in love with the DJ. I was just in awe of what he was doing, and that's kind of how it started.
So, you know, that was probably over a decade ago. You started at 15-ish or so.
Yeah.
How did you think you'd make a career out of this?
I didn't actually. I'll be honest with you, when I did it, it was for fun. Right? You just like something it's a hobby, and it kept me out of trouble, and it worked. And then kind of what happened is, as I got bigger and as I got stronger as a DJ and as a businessman at the same time, I realized, oh, this is a full-time job, and I can really apply my knowledge from school and build a career out of it. And luckily I did, and I worked hard day and night to get it to where it is, and that's kind of what happened.
And no doubt his hard work has paid off. He's worked with a long list of music heavyweights that include Ludacris, Timbaland, Neo, Sean Paul, Run DMC, Busta Rhymes, and Kanye West.
They're perfectionists. And when you're doing a show with them, you cannot get it wrong, right? These guys are talented, they're on the tour, they're all over the world. So when you do the shows and they stop in Toronto and they're like, okay, we're doing Baba Kahn's party, we're doing this, you've got to be on the ball. So when they come on stage, I remember we were doing a party with, it was Kanye West and Lupe Fiasco. Kanye just jumped on stage out of nowhere. And all of a sudden, he's like, play my track. And so we had to play his track, and we had to get tracks ready, so you have to be ready on the fly, and that's how your name sticks, and you have to be really professional about it. But if you're not on your A game when they're around, then your name goes down really quickly, so you got to stay on top of it all the time.
you look into my eyes, I see the future of my life.
Baba Kahn has been able to stay on top of his game. He teamed up with Lomatic and Sonny Brown, and now the trio are set to release their highly anticipated Culture Shock 2. So what can fans expect?
Basically, it's one CD that's completely all theirs, just tracks we produced together, all three of us, and then one album that's a complete mix CD, Baba Kahn style, right? So it's the best of both worlds.
And you fuse different genres of music together, which is awesome, and I love that.
Yeah.
Why is it so important to do that, especially for this generation and your audience?
Because, especially with the audience that we're dealing with, they need more. This is not, and the great thing, and I've always said this, and I say this day in, day out, it's like religion to me. We have the best DJs. The best DJs reside here in Canada because of the ethnicity. Music can bring you up and can bring you down. It's just, it can change your mood, and that's the great part of being a DJ, and that's what I like. You're like the puppet master. Like, the great DJ can go into a crowd and can see anybody and can control them, and that's the thing I like. I know I got you, and I know all of a sudden if I got you and you're in the zone, I can play the Chipmunks and you will dance.
So you're going to show me a couple things?
Yes.
Some things I've never touched before.
I'm going to make you a sick DJ.
Yeah?
Crazy DJ.
I have a lot of confidence in you.
All right.
All right, so let's get started.
These are called what?
Turntables.
Good. This is called a mixer. Good. See? She's already super. Okay. Headphones. Part of the gear. Like a construction person, you need them. Okay?
Oh, I think they look hot.
Yeah, they do. You look good. See, you got the looks part down pat. Now let's see if you got the right. So you got one ear on, one on, one off?
Yeah.
Okay, so you can hear me?
That.
You hit the start button, the beat plays. Okay? Now you got to vibe a little.
Okay.
Get your rhythm. Okay? You got it going? Okay, now, the part about being a DJ is you got to count a beat. You know when you do an aerobics class, you work out a little?
Yes.
Yes. See how I got her there? Right? So this is what's happened. So you have to be like counting it. So count. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. And that's the rhythm. 1, 2, 3. And you just count this. Now come over here.
Okay.
See how she has her 2 fingers ready? So cute. Okay, now come over here. Now you got this, the crossfader, okay? So now what you're gonna do, you hear that beat?
Yeah.
Okay. Now what you're gonna do is you're gonna count. And you're gonna match the tempo. So remember you're counting?
Yeah. 1,
2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and drop.
Ah. All right, now on to some spinning and mixing.
1, 2, 3, 4, let go.
1. Oh, that was a little late.
So those 2 beats playing, okay? Now what you do is you count it. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, you got it?
Yeah.
Let's spin. Perfect!
Really?
She did it. That was actually really good.
Really?
See? Not bad. See,
You're not lying.
No, I'm not lying.
Are you ready for this? Sunny round. Are you ready for this? Baba Kahn. Are you ready for this?
Is there a particular show or particular crowd or maybe a traveling story that you'd like to share with us? Maybe one that no one's heard of?
A story, I'm trying to think. I did a show once in Mexico. I don't know if this is proper for TV, but
This is a family show.
Yeah, okay, we'll skip the Mexico one. But okay, well, it's actually quite amusing. What it was is, so what happened was I was DJing, and it was like, it's like, you know, the beach parties they do? So I was DJing, and all of a sudden there was like 4 guys behind me, and they're all like, "You're ready to have a good time?" I'm like, "Yeah!" So I was behind them, we're all pumped, and all of them took off everything, right? And I was a little taken back because I didn't know what type of party we were doing. So I didn't know what to do. It was all cool, and I was a little unorthodox. And I remember I was so confused that I left the turntables. I was nervous.
What did you do? So you walked?
I walked away. I just walked away. And they're like, "Where's the DJ?" They're like, "You got to go back." I'm like, I don't know what to do.
Now, you've met a lot of celebrities. Any celebrity crush on your radar?
You know who's really good looking? Jennifer Lopez.
Yeah. But it hasn't been an easy road for Baba Kahn, who began his career at the young age of 15.
I think the hardest part was being, you know, Indian when I first started out and I wanted to play in regular clubs. They were like, "No, get out," right? They're like, you know, I would come in, they'd like literally escort me out, right? So I learned at a very young age that you had to really be big no matter what. I figured, you know, if I played Indian music, I could play automatically. I knew that, right? But I didn't want to. I wanted to break the barrier and the stereotypes that were out there. So I stuck with my game and stayed focused on playing what I wanted to play, how I wanted to do it. It took a long time, built it brick by brick, but eventually, once you break down the doors, you can control what you need to do, and that's how I got to this point and this level. But if I didn't stick to my guns and stick to what I want to do, I would never have been here.
You've done so well in this industry. Is there still anything you still want to do?
Oh, not even close to being done. I've got my agenda right now is to get Lomatic and Sunny to be the first South Asian artists. They've already been signed, but to go on a high level, not just in Canada, across North America. Then there's the ambitions and the goal of having our own radio station to do our own stuff, and then even some TV stuff.
So lots more to come.
Oh yeah, I'm not even close to being finished. Not even close to being finished.
Well, I can't wait to see it. I'm sure our audience can't wait to see it. Thank you so much for doing this.
Yeah.
Culture Shock 2 drops this July, and if you want more info, hit up this website, www.747records.com. For Bollywood Boulevard, I'm Veronica Chail.